The Colts charge forward, no fear, no doubt. Shooting and scoring, the crowd screams out. The boards rattle, the crowd's on its feet. Coach Bane has a plan that can be beat. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Big Mac's a beast, big as a tree. You want a Jackson, well, we got three. Nathan's got vision, steady as a stone. He guards the blue line like it's his own home. The ice shakes, get out of your seat. Sahaj and Nate can't be beat. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Poor Langley, he is nothing to cheer. Vancouver fades when the Colts appear. Ridge Meadows with no hope to win, can't imagine the trouble they're in. The roof's coming off this brand new place. The set streaks down the ice at a blistering pace. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Making saves so fine.
We are back for the third and final day of the Comox Valley Hockey Tournament. The Colts are here into the bronze medal game today after a disappointing 3-2 shootout loss the night before against a team from Juan de Fuca. The Colts will be taking on the home team here today in the bronze medal game, the North Island Bears, a zone-like team here on the North Island that competes in the Tier 1 division. The North Island team will be wearing red on the left side of your screen to start here in the first period, and the Colts will be wearing their white jerseys on the right side of the screen. Starting in net here for the Colts will be Nate. In the rotation they've had going, it's his turn to play, and all the Colts will be dressed in today's game. No scratches. It'll be interesting to see if the Colts can refocus this morning after a tiring 3-game day the day before, capped off by a disappointing shootout loss to put them out of the gold medal game. Oftentimes it can be tough to bounce back from that and care about a bronze medal game, so we'll see if the Colts have that in them here this morning. With that, let's head to the first period highlights. The Colts are going to look like they've come to play early in this one. Here's a puck that gets flicked up to the upper zone. That Bears player falls, and Argent picks it up, tries to take it to the net. The defender trips him up, so it's a penalty early in this game and a power play here for the Colts after a 2-minute tripping call to the Bears. And on this power play, Seth is going to get control in the corner. He's going to come out high, and he's going to do an exchange with Bryson, who will take the puck down the wall again, throw it in the net. The rebound hops out right to Jackson, who gets enough of it to deflect it back into the net. So an early power play goal here by the Colts has given them a 1-0 lead. Colts have it back in the Bears zone. But as this puck comes up the wall, you're going to see the defense get caught sleeping a little bit. That player's going to get in behind Orson, and then he's going to come in, shield the puck, and try and pull it around Nate. But Nate stays with him, and as Nate slides in there, he's going to push that post off. So yeah, there you see the net is actually off. Well, the Bears are buzzing all over the place. The referee comes in and is getting ready to put it back on, but I'd be curious to know what would happen there if he allowed that play to continue. And the Bears actually scored there before the net was back on. You would hope he would have waved that off, but strange to see the referee let that just continue there. The net being off continues to be a problem. There you see Nate push off on it and push it off again. And again, the play continues, and another good scoring chance by the Bears that Nate saves. But the net was once again off during that sequence. Now we see Jackson and Seth fail to combine in the neutral zone, and that's going to allow the Bears to throw that puck back towards the Colts bench while they're in the middle of a change. And that's going to result in a too many players penalty against the Colts as they could not execute that change with the puck coming up the wall. So on to the penalty kill they go. And the Bears are going to play that puck around the wall, and Noah's going to jump onto it, chip it past the Bears player, and then head it up nicely to Tyler, who's in alone on a shorthanded breakaway, and he goes high blocker and scores the goal. And it's now 2-0 for the Colts. So we're back at the other end. Bears trying to get back into this. They whip that shot over the net. It settles in behind. Then that player tries to wrap it around. And if the net was off there, that might have gone in. But luckily, this time it was on its post. And Nate comes across and makes a save. So we're back down to the other end. There's Tyler with a good chance. It gets bopped up in the air. And it almost lands on top of the goaltender's head and goes in. But it stays out. So we go to the second period, 2-0 still. And we're going to see a play similar to the one that ended the first period here at the beginning of the second. Puck up the wall. Richard jumps on it, pumps it off the defenseman's stick, goes in alone, throws it towards the net, and that one jumps up in the air. And this goalie has to bat it down with the inside of his stick there. That's a good play by the goaltender to make sure that didn't go in after Richard put that softly on the net. Here's another chance again. In behind the defenders. Jackson Mom comes down the right side, whips that shot, and ends up going wide. And so that goes up to Arjun, who fans on it. Then it goes past Noah. And then Linden has just stepped on the ice from an ill-timed change. And it's going to bounce through him and Orson and get turned into a 2-on-0 that is beautifully executed for the one-timer and the goal. And the Bears are back in this one. It's 2-1. The Bears continue to take over this game, though. Here they have it in the corner. Throwing out front. It deflects right to that guy in the high slot. Gets a good shot off, but Nate's there with the blocker save. Bears coming again, dumping it in, round into the far corner, and they win that retrieval very easily there. And then that goes to the point. Shot tipped once there by Noah and a second time by the player from North Island, and now suddenly it's a 2-2 game. Colts will be looking to turn it back on here as they're getting a bit outplayed at this stage of the game. So Seth picks that up, goes down the left side, throws it on net, and the rebound lands in that goalie's feet, and Jackson Davis goes hard in the net, but he can't get there before he gets covered up. So we're now back down to the other end. Bears have this out at the point, throw that towards the net. It goes through a ton of traffic, but Nate does well to get the left leg down and make a save. And then Mac is retrieving that puck along the wall, and he's bracing for a hit, and he knocks that player down, and so he ends up with an interference penalty. So now on the penalty kill, Colts trying to get it out, but it gets kept in. Then this player throws it on net. It bumps out, and then Mitchell dives in with his stick to deflect that puck over the glass and make potentially a goal-saving deflection. Next, we're going to see Mac chase this player behind the net. He reaches his stick in and seems to have maybe made head contact with the stick. I would have thought the hit after that was more the head contact penalty, but apparently it was 2 minutes to Mac for head contact, presumably for whatever happened behind the net there. So the Bears are to the power play, going out high, and then this player just walks right down the middle, but Nate's got the center ice covered, makes a save, and the Colts kill that penalty. So now they're back down the other end. There's a shot by Tyler. Sneaky. The goalie has to get a toenail on that one to direct it off to the corner. And the Colts are going to continue to press. Here's going to be a good read by Knox at the point to hold that in. He then has an opportunity to feed Mac for the one-timer, but instead he shoots, and it proves to be a decent choice because he rips that off the post. And then Tyler has two nice looks at it on the rebound. And while Tyler couldn't get on the score sheet there for a goal, he's going to get on it here for a penalty. Happens off screen to the right. You see him enter the screen and has the referee with his arm in the air, and that's going to get called 4 minutes for head contact. So here we go at the end of this second period. Bears trying to get a lead. They throw that on net. A nice save by Nate, and then there's just a mad scramble in front before Linden can clear that puck away. Bears now trying for the zone entry, and this hard back check from Noah going to result in a turnover, allow Linden to put it all the way down the ice, and then this player is going to misplay it in the corner to allow Noah to pick it up. And as he goes behind the net, he throws it out front to Liam, who's alone in front, and he goes to shoot it, and the Bears player gets in there to tip it and put that out of play. The Bears continue to press, though, looking to take a lead. Their first of the game here late with the power play, and they have that excellent chance in front, but luckily for the Colts, that hits his foot rather than his stick. Play continues here, though. Second period almost done. There's a point shot that's going to bounce out, and Jackson Davis comes down and makes sure that player can't get it. It's very similar to how Mitchell did that on the other penalty kill. So Colts doing well in the penalty kill to take away the backdoor rebound plays. So with play now back to 5-on-5 at the beginning of the third period, you see Jackson Mumm make a nice read on that play, bump it up to Arjun, who goes in on the breakaway, pulls it to the backhand, and tucks it in to give the Colts another crack at the lead in this game. They're now up 3-2. Colts, though, are going to give the Bears an opportunity to retie this game. They're going to do that by way of giving them a power play. Here comes Seth in on the forecheck, initiating contact into the number area of a player is usually going to result in a penalty. And so now it's a 6-on-5 here with the goalie pulled for Comox while they're waiting for the Colts to touch the puck. And there's a nice play to the back door, deflected on net by the backhand, and another one on the rebound. So 2 solid saves there from Nate. But they're finally able to call Seth's boarding penalty from earlier in the play. Colts do kill that penalty off, so here they are back at 5-on-5. And that player at the point misplays it and all the way back down to his own end. Seth's going to put the hard forecheck on it, steal the puck there. Jackson does a similar stick bump move himself and then shovels the puck into the net. An excellent hard work goal there from Seth and Jackson, both using stick bump techniques to gain possession for the Colts and put them up here 4-2. Colts looking for more insurance here. They're deep in their own zone. This puck gets put up the wall. Richard wins it to get it out. Seth goes hard down the left side. He loses it a bit, but Jackson Anderson's there to pick it up, and he waits, and then throws it across hard to Seth, who had set up on the backdoor far post there, where he one-times it home for a much-needed goal. Seth has had a number of opportunities in recent games, been unable to score, so he'll be happy to get that one, take a load off his shoulders. With the Colts trying to kill the rest of this game off, here's a big reverse hit from Arjun in the corner where the Colts are cycling. He's going to go back at the puck again, pin that larger player against the wall to allow the Colts to try and retrieve it on the cycle. And as that play comes out, you're going to see that player come down hard on the back of Arjun's helmet there. And that's definitely going to be an intentional 4-minute head contact penalty for number 54. So the Colts are now back to the power play. And right off the initial face-off, on this power play, they're going to keep it in. That's Orson on the right point. Throws that towards the net. It bounces off the goaltender, and there's a battle at the side of the net that's eventually going to come back to Seth, and he sweeps that home after Richard had bumped that to him there in front of the net. So Seth gets one, and he quickly gets a second one, and this game is now out of hand for the Bears. It's 6-2. And that's how this one is going to end. The Colts successfully win the bronze medal here in this tournament. You can see by the muted celebration that's not the color of the medal they hoped to win, but they should still hang their heads high coming out of this tournament with 4 wins and only a shootout loss. Let's have a look at today's stats. You see a breakout game from Seth, 2 goals, 2 assists, a 4-point night, big outing here in this bronze medal game. Jackson Anderson continuing his excellent play in the tournament so far, 2 goals and an assist for himself. And another high save percentage game from the goaltenders. Let's have a look at the season stats now at the end of the day. You see Jackson Anderson taking the lead in the overall stats now with 11 points, and he also has the team leading 7 goals. So now that it's over, bronze medal in hand, let's have a look back at the results for the entire tournament. There you see the 3 wins in the round robin, then a win in the final against that one shootout loss against Wanda Fuca. So 4 wins and essentially a tie, easily the best record of the teams in the tournament, but they'll go home with the bronze. Speaking of which, here we see the team collecting for a picture to end the tournament and the distribution of those bronze medals. We'll see you back on the mainland for the resumption of placement games in the league.
About a shot, that's me.
out a shark